gentlemen, boys and girls, or the group known as the Niz team. That is a newly imposed name I have just come up with. I've got another episode of Football Manager for you today. As we all know, we got to the game against Salzburg. Then we had the Birmingham game, which was the first in the episode. This episode should have gone up on Wednesday, the 27th of May. It'll probably be out Thursday. It might actually manage it on Wednesday. I have no idea. I've literally recorded it on Wednesday. But unfortunately, it took me a while to sim through everything because we had the World Cup in whichever country it was that makes it. Is it Qatar, maybe? I'm not sure. I can't remember who won. World Cup. France won it. Yeah. Okay, so the next one is 2026. The hosts are USA, Canada, and Mexico. The holders of if we can go back, no, we can't, unfortunately. History, maybe. Past winners. So, yeah, France won that. Brazil came runners up. Italy with third place. There's nothing new on here. Oh, Cape Verde actually were in the final. Who actually? Wagner. I thought, is Wagner not Brazilian? No, obviously not. I thought it was like eligible for. Odd. Yeah, this is a very, very interesting team. The fact that this lot got to the final is quite incredible. Jovan Cabral, who I think was probably the reason. We'll have a scout of him. Ziluiz. Let's have a look at him. And they've got no real young players playing for them actually. Can we look in the B team now? Under 23s. You got Daylon Del Rosario. Other than that, no, I don't think there was anything interesting happening during that. However, I have got you 9 or so games, I think, today. We almost extended our consistent unbeaten run to like 20 games, which was a narc as Chelsea did beat us 2-1. I'm sure you'll have noticed, at home we are getting 34k. Away we're not, but we are consistently getting, well, usually 34,000 people at home. Now, the actual stadium, if we jump to this, the Riverside, it's got a capacity of 34,746. We've got a lot of season ticket holders, but I've asked for a board extension. They're not willing to give it us. You might have noticed we've got a bigger transfer budget now. Now, we'll go through the transfers in, transfers out. Let's hide inactive deals. Jovis Simons is a player I'm trying to sign. I don't think we'll get him. But alas, we obviously, as we all know, we got Diego Lainez. Taylor was here already. I'm sure there's a way you can filter it, so it's the most recent signings. Other than that, we have got Pablo Maffeo from VfB Stuttgart. 1.7 million to play on the right as a rotational option with Patterson. He's on a fat wage, unfortunately. He has got alright potential ability. It says he's a fringe player and could still improve. He's not. He's played most games so far. Yeah, I did sign him on the back of the fact I thought he had homegrown status, you know, with the fact he Man City before he was 21. It turns out he doesn't, unfortunately. But I think we've got 5 or so foreign nationals now. But yeah, that's not actually that bad. I suppose it's not actually a big problem. Obviously we've got Wally, but he is English technically, and Nebnon. I'm going to say Nebnon. That's his name. But we did sign him, as we all know, for 1.1 million. To be fair, I'm a lot more relaxed about our rules now. We've pretty much had a fantastic set of players that we've ended up with. We have made some sales since. We sold Britta Sombalonga, the servant, who his ability obviously he played for us for a while. I had to get rid of him because he was complaining about lack of play time, and he just wasn't doing his job anymore. And obviously we've got Lucas Nemecha ready to play for us. Now the other Nemecha, Felix, we sold after signing him from Man City for 425k. We've sold him on after one season for £6 million, which is fantastic in my book. It's given us a bit more money, and I think we are doing really, really well because of this. I'm very happy with the signing, the selling of him. I've tried my hardest to get other players out. Ainsley Piers has gone, as we all know. Caro's gone. Palmer's gone. Don't know why they've signed Palmer, Man United. It's a very he's back on the transfer list for 2.2 million. Okay, we sold him for 100k. Sorry, 105k. He's not made a single appearance other than non-competitive, so obviously he's playing in the reserves or something. And he's now worth 2.2 million. That makes lots of sense. Other than that, we've mainly just had loans out. Yeah, we've sold Hayden Hackney for barely anything because he was no good to us. He didn't have the ability for us, unfortunately. We've called Lewis Williams back from his loan. He's gone out on loan to Hapoel Beersheva. But yeah, other than that, I am trying to sign. I have just signed Victor Orta because I've heard that he's a fantastic director of football, and he's well worth having. So I'm just going to jump into the games now. We have got 9, I think, to go through. So the Birmingham 1-0 with Dale Fry getting a goal in the first 12 minutes. Let's jump straight in and we'll get that flowing for you. We ball Patrick Roberts and Dale Fry, the leader that he is. Good header, fantastic. He will be probably our first player to get a testimonial. I think he's been there forever, hasn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's been with us for 10 seasons already. He's got a nice big contract until 2027. He's 25 years old. He's our current captain, worth 47.5 million. He's a fantastic player. The next game we had a 0-0 draw against Watford. Obviously that's nothing. We did have a penalty shootout against Charlton in the FA Cup third round, which we did go on to win. As you can see, it ended up being like a 9 penalty thriller, I suppose you could say. Let's jump into it. We'll be able to see the penalties. Next. Right, so penalties. Lucas Nemecha stepped up. Wait, was there a penalty before that? No. So penalties. Lucas Nemecha stepped up first for us. And he pops it away. Every single one of our players scored their penalty, so obviously we are gonna watch that. I think that's Lyle Taylor scores. Whiteman steps up, and you've guessed it, he scores. We all know how a penalty shootout works. I don't think really we need to watch it. Erton Oztumer. Fantastic. Don't know why it's showing that again. Garner. Steps up, slots it away. Farrington. Steps up, puts his away. Makudi, the big centre back, steps up, puts his away. Norris steps up for them, puts his away. Adarabio steps up, puts his away. Williams puts his away. Big Greg Taylor steps up, puts his away as well. Hold on, let's jump back for you. Watch. Osh. Well, I'm not going to pronounce that. I don't want to do it a disservice. He scores his anyway. Maitland-Niles steps up, puts his away. O'Connor scores his. Big Dale Fry scores his. Very close though. Han scores his. Lewis Fiorini, the beautiful English-Scottish man. So it didn't show Iverson's missed one, but Iverson did miss. We then went on to play Chelsea at home, and I know we've turned the Riverside into a fortress recently, but we just couldn't do it in this game, unfortunately. Although Lautaro Martinez did score, Nemecha followed suit after him. It looked like it could have been a 1-1 game, but unfortunately, Kingsley Coman had the game of his life, I think. I mean, I didn't realise he was actually that good. In real life, I just assumed he was an injury merchant, but how wrong was I? Unfortunately, we did have an injury to Patrick Roberts. I think we discussed maybe in the last episode. If not, we did have an injury. By the way, Nemecha scored there, as I'm sure you all saw. And he flicks it over to Tamori there. Tamori gets his pass to Coman, and Henderson unfortunately just couldn't save it. But yeah, unfortunately we did have an injury. I can't remember when he picked it up. Was it a couple of games back maybe? I think it was here. He picked it up just before the Watford game. It was during that period of time where all of our players were off. He hasn't actually been back since, I don't believe. No, he hasn't. But yeah, he unfortunately he's just not been there for us the last couple of games, and neither has Castanos, and it's really shown. We've been very lucky to get these wins, and I know it obviously the wins look alright, but we have been lucky to get them. We have scraped so badly for these wins. That's the unfortunate side of things. We are scraping wins again. Hopefully it works and we do end up, with the title at the end of the season, but we are scraping them. Nemecha scoring fantastically there. Lainez were hit in for Adarabio. Adarabio actually had a player of the match performance there. That obviously, as you've just seen, the stats were very well. We had 20 shots, but not all of them even close to target. This game we went for a different approach. We went for 3 central strikers, with Easy, Mariah and Nemecha up top, with an actual bit of luckiness. We looked fantastic, and we changed our midfield to an all midfield 3 as opposed to having the drop back deep line playmaker. But Maria scored, Lucas Nemecha scored. We should have wrapped it up early on, but sloppy defending, I believe, got their goal. Patson here. Big cross. And Maria, for a young age, still can find that goal. And I'm really enjoying the fact that that has happened. Castanos here. Maria takes a shot. Misses massively. And Nemecha. I've just been complimenting Maria on his finishing, and he did nothing there. Dale Fry put that tackle in. It somehow gets to Jamal Lewis, and Mighton ends up scoring that. Fantastic. Who is Alex Mighton? 20-year-old. Has he always been? No, he was at Forest at some point, but we'll have a look at him. But yeah, Maria finishing at 9 as a deep line. What's the? Let's have a look. Deep line forward. His first touch isn't great. His first touch isn't great. His finishing isn't great. He's great at dribbling. He's got pace for days. He's got alright balance. His jumping reach is 14. He is 6'1". He's got good pace, good stamina, mediocre strength, fantastic bravery. Anticipation's a bit shit, really. Determination 16. He wants to be a player. He does want to be a player. He is our best option as a backup to Lucas Nmecha. And hopefully I'll play him more. But yeah, I just played Norwich. Obviously, we went on to Brighton with Diego Lainez, Diego Lainez Leva, DLL, Dull. Yeah, he's actually turned into an alright player. For 33 million, you would expect that. I think he's our most expensive signing. I could be wrong though. But yeah, he's a better player. Is Lanes. He's a capitaliser. I like that about him. He's got that poacher's touch. He just looks like he wants to score. It looks a menace constantly on the ball. Lanes, big crossover here, and Nmecha. He's substituted really well for Patrick Roberts. I'm looking forward to having Roberts, Lanes, and Nmecha up top, because I think that pacey group up top would be fantastic. We did end up beating Chelsea. We went to the Carabao Cup semi-final, and we ended up beating them. So it was 2-1. It was at Wembley. We actually enjoy turning up to places like Wembley, and that's shown in the fact that we've actually done well at neutral venues. Ziyech that ends up dropping at Camavinga's legs, and he scores it. Lane's big cross in there. Yeah, Sancho ends up fumbling that across the line somehow. And Johnston, big cross in, and Nmecha to Lanes to put that one away. R44. I want to give him a song like Patrick Roberts has got. You know, there's a stand man running down the right. His name is Patrick Roberts and he's fucking dynamite. But unfortunately, we don't have one for him. Not yet. There's a Diego running down the left. Nah, it don't work. Right, we'll watch the goals from this 1-1, and then obviously it goes to penalties, and that will wrap up the episode. I've actually done a long episode for once. Now, that is because, as I'm sure you'll have all seen, we now have Bandicam. McNair steps up for a penalty. As if it weren't you know, written already. Both of them scored penalties there. They're playing more. This is the actual shootout. McNair. Bolger. Whiteman stepping up here. Took that one away. Gelhard scores. Makudi steps up. He's still fantastic, is Makudi. I love him. Kipra scores. Taylor scores. All of our boys scored. I think it's him that misses, actually. No, Coot scores. Maffeo is another scorer for us. Basically gave you two actual just two penalty shootouts. That's actually what I brought you today, viewers. Fantastic. But yeah, hopefully we get some good bits of business done. I don't know where we really need to. Let's see what the assistant says. What should we be doing? Where should we improve? Because I don't see. I mean, we have got a massive amount of cons. Not good at dribbling, not determination's dead. Leadership, there's a leadership void in the squad apparently. I don't think there is. I suppose we've got Dale Fry that's a natural lead. Let's have a look at the captains and we'll decide from there if we need to bring in an out and out leader. Dale Fry, 16 leadership. Ben Whiteman, 15. Ghislaine Kiembe, 14, who's actually injured quite badly. He'll be out for 3 to 5 months. He was out on loan, doing really well. Played 25 games this season, and he's now, unfortunately, injured. Courtney Charlton's got alright leadership. Kieran O'Hara, alright. James Garner, alright. Dean Henderson, alright. That's about it, though, unfortunately. They're right. We ain't got many leaders in the squad. I'm going to have a look at seeing what we can do with this £12 million and having a look at the signings we could potentially make. Hopefully we find a half-decent leader for the team. and we've got a wage budget of 201k per week, so yeah, it shouldn't be hard. We'll have a look. I'll get back to you and see what we've managed. Alright, so hope you've all enjoyed this video, guys. It's been a pleasure, and once again, peace.